Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brielle Montoya. I'm a mother of two little ones. I have a little girl who is 4 years old and a little boy who is 1, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I do videos on motherhood and cooking and cleaning and decorating. Today, I'm going to be doing a video about being minimal in your children's bedrooms. Make sure you guys are subscribed, hit that bell notification, and let's go ahead and jump into the video. Today, I'm going to be walking you guys through the steps to minimize your children's toys and clothes to make their rooms just an overall better space for them. So tip number 1 for you guys is to downsize. Remember, less is more. I cannot stress that enough. So as an adult, we all like our kitchens and our bedrooms, the spaces that we're in the most, to be organized so that when we get in there to, like the kitchen, for example, we go in the kitchen and we're cooking. We don't want to walk in and it's a hot mess. If the sink's piled high, if there's food all over the counter, it makes it really frustrating and stressful for you to go in and try to cook something in your kitchen when it looks like that, right? So if you put yourself into your children's shoes, them walking into their room and it's unorganized, there's too much clutter, there's too much stuff going on, it's gonna make them stressed out just as much, and they're not gonna want to play in their little spaces that they have. It can also be very challenging for you as well to go in their rooms and clean them and maintain them when it's just such a cluster and it's just too overwhelming. So all that brings me to tip number 2, which is organize. Everything has a home. So keep in mind that this has taken me several months to really minimize these kids' spaces. It's not going to happen overnight for you. It's going to take some time. It's hard to let go of things. I find the best way to organize your kids' toys is to buy those cube organizers shelves, buy the little bins and put them in there, blocks in one, Barbies in the other, action figures, whatever your kids' toys are, just have a bin for each one. And if there's not enough bins, or if you have bins that are just stuffed with random things, it's going to become a mess again. So, kind of circling back around to the whole kitchen concept, having your kitchen organized by a drawer for forks and knives and spoons, all organized that way so you know where they are, your cupboard for your cups and plates and all that stuff. You're going to have your kids' room organized in this manner where they know, okay, this drawer is for this and this, so that it'll also be able to help them help you as well, because they say, okay, all this stuff goes right back into this bin and it goes right back into that cubby. So for me, I feel like that's a great place to start in organizing your kids' space. Tip number 3 is to be ahead of the mess. I get this question a lot about how I'm able to keep the kids' room so organized, and all I can say is keep their stuff at a minimum. Pick the top 3 to 5 things your kid's most interested in. For me, Mila is interested in Barbies, baby dolls, books, dress up stuff, and the kitchen / like the toys and the play food that goes with the kitchen. For Ezra, that would be balls, cars, the kitchen food stuff again, books and puzzles. So I try to purchase within those categories or stay in those as best as I can. And when the child becomes no longer interested in one of them, and the new interest is going to replace what they already had. So when a child becomes uninterested in one of your top 5 things that you have in their room, you're going to replace that with their new interest. So let's say blocks are no longer an interest anymore, and now superhero action figures are a new interest. We're going to remove the blocks, and where those blocks were, we're going to put the action figures, because we're not going to keep the stuff that's not going to be played with. And if it's sitting there for weeks on end, it's going to go. It's got to go. And the new interest they have is added to that. And so that's what I kind of do when I'm shopping. So if it doesn't fit into those categories that they're really interested in, and that I know I'm going to be able to fit into my space, I'm not going to go buy something that I'm going to have to move everything around for and try to squeeze into my space. It's at the store and you think, how am I going to fit that into my home? How is it going to fit into their lives at home? Now, I am not saying I am perfect. I'm not saying I've never done this before and bought something and then regretted buying it and trying to find a space for it in my home. I've bought several items. One example would be this teepee that I have. The kids played with it for maybe a few days, and it was so fun to see them light up, and it wasn't even a special occasion, just because I wanted to. And now we have this big old teepee that I don't know what to do with, and it takes up a lot of space, but I have a hard time letting go of it because I'm like, I bought it with my own money, and like I have buyer's remorse, so it's hard for me to let it go, but I don't have any reason to keep it as either. So I am guilty of this just as much as you guys are. So don't ever think that I am saying, look at me, I am put on a pedestal, I have it all perfect over here, because it's not like that at all. But from experience, I would like to say that I do notice how I used to be. I would, every time we go to the store, like Target or something, just a little thing here or there, just a little dollar spot toy or something, just for them to see their faces light up, and for me to feel good about giving them something. That instant gratification is only going to get you so far, because you start throwing those little cheap toys out, those McDonald's toys you don't really want in your house. All that stuff, just really saying no to them. You're not helping just yourself with the clutter, but also your children. So not only in your children's rooms is it just the toys that are a problem, the clothes and the shoes can also get out of hand as well. And definitely with my daughter's room, it's a lot more like that. She loves shoes. She's a very girly girl. She loves all her dress up stuff, and she loves all her dresses and clothes and everything. And people love to give us stuff. And a lot of hand-me-down things. So organizing both the kids' room, even Ezra's, gets a lot of hand-me-downs as well, making sure that I'm going through and purging their old stuff, making sure you're going through and at least once a month going and saying, okay, they're in a 4T, but we got some 3T stuff, like shirts in here still. We want to get those out of there. The shoes, okay, Mila's going into a size 11, Ezra's going into a size 7. So all those size 5, 3s, size 1 shoes, they don't need to be there. We donate them, we sell them, or we put them in their baby boxes, because I have a baby box for each child, just in case, because we are wanting more children in our future. So I don't want to have to buy all those things again, but I do purge the things that, okay, those shoes, they've been worn several times. Let's donate them, or let's throw them away. Stuff that looks still brand new, or stuff that's hardly used, I'm going to store away and use those, stow away them in my storage, and I will use those for another child. I also get a lot of hand-me-downs from friends and from family, so I definitely want to go through. I'll just pile up the bags in their closets, and you definitely want to take the time to go through and see, okay, what out of these, I'm not going to want to keep all of them. What out of these are you going to want to keep? So make sure you're purging some of that stuff that you're not going to want to keep and hold on to, and you don't want to just keep it in your closet just for the heck of it to keep. So go ahead and go through those things and donate. That's kind of what I was doing right here with Ezra's things. I was going through some of his donations, purge some of the things that I don't want or that I think he won't need, and for the rest of it, I'm going to store it, because some of the stuff is 4T, and Ezra is still in 18-month stuff. So he's got plenty of time to grow into that stuff. So I'm going to be putting it away and storing it for a later time. Tip number 4 is to not feel pressured. So when I'm talking about not feeling pressured, I'm talking about don't feel pressured to buy all these name brand, top brand toys. Don't feel pressured to get the latest, the greatest of everything, that your kid has to have it all. Your kid just needs a few select amount of toys to entertain their time, to pass some of the time while you cook or you clean, or while they're home, just to entertain them. If they have their top 5 toys that they have to have, that they can't live without, the rest of it doesn't really matter. So you don't always have to keep up with the times, and for Christmas they don't have to have everything on the Walmart or Target Christmas wish list that they have on those catalogs, because I sat Mila down and I gave her one just to see what she would do with it, and she would circle every single catalog thing in the catalog, and Of course, the kids are going to want everything, but if you don't show them that they can have everything, they don't know any better. So that's my last tip for you guys is you don't have to outbeat or outbuy other moms and try to one up everybody. Just do what fits into your home, do what fits into your life and what you're comfortable with. Don't go outside of your comfort zone. And when you set those boundaries for your kids don't know any better. Okay, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some tips, great tips for you guys' kids' rooms. It was really a refreshing video to make. I want to make more organization videos for you guys, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. Make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram right here so that you don't miss out on my little daily mini cleans and organizing tips I have over there as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.